So, on today's episode of Conversations with Him, conversation with his imaginary microphone. So, today I'm just going to be talking about, I guess, just getting back into this space, back into this little zone. Because for quite a while I wasn't really, digging how I felt about music. I kind of took a few steps back, you know. So on that note, I will be expressing gratitude, right? I'm expressing gratitude because there are three people, yeah. One I know personally, and the other two from TikTok. Right? You have K Fresh Music, which is Cuddy Fresh Music, right? And then you have Cola, who made that amazing instrumental called Better Alone. I think it's on SoundCloud as well as his TikTok. Listen, I know what I know what I have in mind for that. And then of course you have a homie that just messaged me not too long ago, SOS Dynamics, and it's really interesting when a producer, people that make beats, the beat makers of the world, when they create something and then you listen to it and you just find yourself saying, okay, I don't have a choice but to come up with something. Like it's almost like you're like, I have to put a song to that because it's almost like it's like the song is already there. It's like the song is already made. So yeah, that's one of them. That's one of them ones. So that was courtesy of Cola, right? That's called Better Alone. You can find it on SoundCloud and TikTok, yeah. So yeah, that like don't rap about no street shit to that. You know what that's for? That's that R&B vibe. Like you're wooing a lady, dog. Like that's what you're doing. You don't rap about anything else. You know what I mean? You dedicate your verse and your rhyme just for her. You understand? Yeah. Now, as you know, that would be, K Fresh. But then, last but not least, we have.
Oh, good going there.
No, hearing something like that, it helps. I mean, no, it helps. Yeah, of course it helps. It's an instrumental. Anyway, yes. So where was I? Yes, I wanted to say that when I hear something like that, it is something that reminds me of what the symbiotic relationship between the MC, the rapper, and the producer and the beat maker really is. It's one hand washes the other. It's the inspiration, and I think that's kind of what has come back to me by hearing, you know, beats like these. So let me give you an example of what that might be like. So why not? Why not? WilderMEZ SOS. Yes. Peep the essence like drinking out of the ginseng. Holding my canal like I be united with Linkway. Be the most high when I smoke you out of the Linkway. Forming clouds over the cloud, rocking a big blade. Now, it's been a while since I've ever come up with a 4-bar for anything. You know, I know it's like, you know, slow but steady. I'll get back to, you know, creating another 4, then another 4 until a verse is done and then more, you know. But yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Peep the essence like drinking nada the ginseng. Holding my canal like I be united with Linkway. Be the most high when I smoke you out of the Linkway. Forming clouds over the cloud, rocking the big blade. Come on, man. that has everything gaming and cosplay and anime written all over it, you know. Yeah, we did it for that. We did it for that. But yeah, hopefully I can finish that. I'm looking forward to actually doing that. So yeah. So moral of the story, I'm expressing gratitude, you know. Yeah, expressing gratitude because I realize that that speaks to how I've always been. I almost approach everything the way that I handle music. You know, it's like I hear a beat and it transports me to a place and I have no choice but to put something to it. Because like, okay, fine, at first there was nothing. And then there was sound. And then after the sound comes the vocals, the story, the composition, you know. So it's a good place to be in right now. Very good place. I've not been here for a little while, you know. Speaking of that, I have a story about that. Like, the story goes, it has a lot to do with when I performed How They Supposed to React. I did that at my school, or at least the school where I teach. All right, just so we can clear that up. And the first couple of lines is, you know, not an apparition, homie, y'all been here the whole time. I remember back when I was rapping, I was so shy. Oh my. Back when I was 23, oh nah. Just as an assassin, not stepping out of coal mine, you know. So I think I remember I was supposed to perform, and I performed a song prior to that. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, you know, because my voice is kind of mashed up, so I never expected to, you know, do the next song. So I'm like, my voice, because I told them that I wasn't going to come because I was sick, but then I got better a little bit before, so I found the strength, bed, went over to school, and then it was my turn to perform. So it was my turn, I went up there, I'm like, all right, guys, here it is. You know, I'm going to do my first song. Cool? Yeah. I like that though? All right. And I'm coming off the stage though. And then all of a sudden, I hear this. This is what I hear. This. Look what on the cars. So obviously the beat plays and I was about to come off stage. That was awkward because now what choice do I have but to perform the song? So, how did that go? How did that go? So, not an apparition, homie, I've been here the whole time. I remember back when I was rapping, I was so shy. Oh my, back when I was 23 or 09. Just as an assassin that was stepping out of gold mine. Here with SOS, but I don't need him for a dope line. Sign over the tangent, homie, I don't need a cosign. If I'm going prep, no one ever need a bow tie. I'm gonna do the beat like what Disaster did the drone 9. You should know that I never hold back. When it come to all these bunches, homie, I'ma throw that. Making no excuses, homie, I don't hold back. And you know that I can know my suit, so I don't hold back. Looking at the crowd, I control that. I'm stepping out the ground just to make the road crack. Man, I got man, so I'ma take a no chat. Never stepping on my link, on me, I wreck the whole track. How they post to react? Yo, they yelling out bars while they pose in the back. How they post to react? Yo, they yelling out bars while they pose in the back. What they yelling now? How they post to react? What they yelling now? How they post to react? What they yelling now? How they post to react? Yo, they yelling out bars while they pose in the back. No, it didn't exactly go like that. To be honest, I made it to maybe like the first 2 or 4 bars and then like they had to pull up everything. So I had to start over. You know, like me performing my songs is kind of like a battle rap haymaker. You know, like, yeah, you shook the room and then after that you have to wait until it, yeah. That's me when I'm performing, you know, like at least once I have a song that have that vibe, I cannot just do a clean run. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have to go up to 4 bars, start over. Go up to 6 bars, start over. Go up to 8 bars, start over. Yeah. It's going to be that. That's the vibe of the entire proceeding. So yeah, that beat, you know what? There's a story behind this beat, you know. There is a story behind this beat. So the story goes, I'm talking with SOS and he obviously has a massive presence on SoundCloud. At least at the time, SoundCloud was kind of, yeah. SoundCloud was his SoundCloud was popping. We're not even go around that. I'm still kind of upset with him for like pulling a lot of the beats off of it. Like, you don't even understand. So I remember one day he puts up this beat called G-Zam, right? So he puts up this beat. And you see, up to the point where I just performed a while ago, like that's pretty much all that there was. Like I didn't get the full production. I didn't get the full beat, right? So it was and it even had like the tag in there. You know them ones where they're like exclusively produced by, you know them way there. So I didn't have a choice, right? I don't remember. I think I might have been like, where was I? I think I was on campus in Florida when I was doing my master's. That's where I was. And I was listening to beat over and over every day. And I said to him, yo, bro, I want this beat. Like I told him, I was like, yo, this beat, like bro, I see a music video for this. I want this beat. And he looked and he's like, dog, you sure? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really like it that much. That is him saying him don't like the beat. Him. Eh? So I said, yo, I want it. So at some point in time, I think maybe 2 years later, because I played the beat over and over and over and over. I don't remember when I sent him I sent him a sample of what the song would have sounded like. Like I remember I don't remember where I was when I recorded it. I just remember coming up with something to it. And then I think at the time I just voice noted it. You know, I just like pressed the recorder app that was on the phone. I just recorded myself rapping to the beat. The same one on SoundCloud. It wasn't even the full one. So I did that. And I got to the point where I'm like, You know, now that I'm permission, homie, I've been here the whole time. I remember back when I was rapping, I was so. And then when I got to, you should know that I never hold back. When they come to all these punches, homie, I'ma throw that. Making no excuses, homie, y'all don't hold back. Can you know that I am no masseuse, so why don't hold back? Looking at the crowd, I control that. Time to step in the ground just to make the road crack. Man, I yard, man, so woman take a no chat. Never stepping on me link, I read the whole track. How they supposed to react? Yo, they yelling out bars while they pose in the back. You know, you see when I got into all of them pockets? And then I sent him. Yo, the man was literally, like, the man was literally overwhelmed with emotion because he could not believe that somebody took the beat that he'd never liked and shell it. Yeah? Shell that. The song live up to what it's supposed to be about. How they supposed to react. Because that's what music's supposed to feel like that. It's supposed to feel like that. You know, whenever you do music, like if I've had so many situations where I perform and I come off stage and you know that line that Junior Gang did say, where it's like when the ding lock off da 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 and I'm a mere mortal again. You know that line there where him say, yo, like, you know, when him done do him show them and him come off of the stage and he's a mere mortal again, like, that's me. Say about that. Again, when I've had situations where I come off a stage and again going back to the Junior Gang line where him say, yo, you know, when I'm a mere mortal again, like that. I've had that situation happen to me on so many occasions when I come off a stage, I shell it, you know. Mash up the place, you know, literally. Shell that. Shut them down on some Busta Rhymes 2002 from Genesis. Yeah? And I would be walking and people come up to me and be like, who them want to try hold on? Who them want to try slow down? And I'm like, oh yeah, I mean... I forget that it's my song. And then somebody else will be like, how they supposed to react? Yo, they yelling out bars. So that's how I know. That's how I know. That's how I know. That's how I know. You ever see them situations where you're doing something and somebody shaking uncontrollably? You know you're doing you're doing something right. You know you're doing something right. You know. No, there's a little bit of a joke on the internet regarding rappers and producers. You know that meme that says, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be my year. This is gonna be my year." Well, for me, it's not gonna be my year. This is just the year that I'm gonna stop making excuses. You know, similar to how I have Bossman Champloo thing. You know, not a big following yet. I have maybe like 55 followers or not on Facebook. You know, nothing big yet. But even if I can't do my calisthenics exercise every day, yeah. So, you know, I even if I don't do everything the way that I want to in terms of the consistency, you know, how much I can do, because of course, you know how it go. You have a timetable, and if you ever saw my timetable, you would weep, right? Because I don't have time to do nothing, right? So I get it in where I can. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be recording some of my calisthenics exercises that I can do at school. But yeah, so I'm not making any excuses with that. Like, I'll do it, you know, I'll just do as much as I can throughout the year with that, as well as with this, you know, because I start feeling that love for music coming back. You know, I've you know how long it's been since I actually like have a vibe. So this is me saying, well, not making any excuses. If I have to build the verses 4 bars at a time, or 4 bars a day until I get like all the songs that I need, then I'll do that. And I have SOS, Cola, and K Fresh Music to thank for that. So yeah, and that is today's episode of Conversations with Him, Conversations with His Imaginary Microphone. There you go. There you go. No, this is like a behind the scenes kind of thing, right? So yeah, I'm out of character now, right? I'm completely out of character, so I can just be me now, right? You know how much like vehicle will pass, bus. You hear that while ago, right? Yo, listen, I put on a clinic, yo. Like I had to be. It's like I had to be an on the spot editor, you know. Um, but yeah, going back to everything that I said before, I just try to keep my promises to myself, and the promise to myself is to just one day at a time, one day at a time. Because at the end of the day, when like I feel like there's a lot that I wanted to say that I didn't get to, but it's okay because if I don't get to say it in that particular episode, I'll say it in another one. That's kind of like how even music works. Like you will have you'll construct some verses and whatever, and you don't get to include it in that song, and it's like it's okay, leave it out. You'll be able to use it for another song, and that's how music works. Music is kind of fun like that, where something that like you really wanted to include it, and they're like, nah, we don't need that, at least not for that one. And then something else come up, you get another beat, and it just fit perfectly with that beat. Speaking of beats, speaking of instrumentals, there's something that happens to rappers, something that happens to us MCs. What happens to us is that we'll hear a beat, and we'll be going through the collection. We're going through the archive. We're listening, we're bopping our head to different things. We might even like a rhythm, but when it comes to vibing with it and creating something for it is a different thing. So just because you like the beat doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually going to do anything with it, because that's happened to me before. It's happened to me where I hear a beat, I really love it, but there's no way I'm going to rap over it. It's just no way. Not, I don't even think it's because it doesn't fit me, but it's more like, you see that? Yeah, that's what I had to contend with. So it's not because it doesn't fit me, but it's because what I would have to do in order to make it work is almost like you shouldn't be forcing music. Just like how you don't force relationships and connections, you can't force music. If it works, let it happen. Let it happen. It should be a natural thing. It's like it shouldn't be easy. Come on, Benny, relax, Benny. This dog get up like he's ready for war. Let me show you this dog warrior face. Yeah, he got up like a bat out of hell a while ago. I don't know what the man here. The man like is not a dog I'm talking to. Yeah, but yeah, the point is, you don't force connections. You don't force the vibe that you have with, like if it doesn't work, it will, and I guess if we're talking about relationships too, yes, you shouldn't force that, but more importantly, you should also know that, listen, it's just like music too. Every time, like, because there's this verse that I made like years ago. Like, I even know I've never performed it anywhere. I don't even think. At least I did for like an audition, and it's really funny because I rehearsed something before it and it landed on deaf ears. And then the one that I did not rehearse with anybody, I used that verse and it shelled everything. So that taught me a little bit about myself. It's like, oh, people like the improv version of me. Nobody likes to rehearse. When I rehearse, ain't nobody like that. But as soon as I freestyle, oh, I see. I know my strengths. And that's another thing, self-awareness. You need that. If you're going to be good at anything in your life, regardless of whether you're going to be an actor, singer, rapper, producer, self-awareness. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that self-awareness. You're gonna need it. Yeah, this time you know this, before I was putting in the effort, not this time. if you hear the trucks and the buses and the bike them, you're gonna hear them this time. Yeah. Notice I'm not fancy. This is just one shot. This is a one shot this time. You know, get the bagger in and out, and nah. I get one shot this, right? One shot. So yeah, I'm just reflecting. You know, I take in the mornings to reflect, because a lot of times we have to do that. You know, you have to give yourself a note to self. You have to give yourself some reminders, because, you know, sometimes you get interrupted. Sometimes you get interrupted, you know. Yeah, sometimes you have to. I mean, I took a step back from music for a little while, and it's really funny. I'll tell you what. I thought that, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, me being a teacher kind of interfered with that a little bit, yeah. But you know, it's almost like you have to sacrifice the creation for the acquisition of you know, finances, so you can really put the money together to really put it into your music. Because if you don't have money, it don't make any sense. Like, you're not gonna make records, you know, off of your talent. You know what I mean? You have to have money. You have to have things in place so that you can, you know, because even if you're going to put your stuff on, whether you're going to register your songs to get royalties and all of that, you need money. You know, and whether it's just that or you're putting them on TuneCore or whatever it is, you need money. You know, you need the bare minimum, right? So I remember just for years I fought against doing a 9 to 5, because I knew that once I get into that 9 to 5 life, it's gonna kill the passion for the music. It kind of did happen, but I think at the time I was ready to accept taking that L, you know, so that whenever I get back into that place where I can go back to the music, I can do it. And the beautiful thing about music is that don't make nobody tell you that, oh, you're 40 years old, what are you doing at the age of 40 rapping or making music or singing or whatever. What? Did you not hear the Kanye sample? Diamonds are forever, forever, forever. Eh? Yeah, and listen, you can say whatever you want about Kanye, but when you go back to like his old records and you listen to them, that vibe that you get is unforgettable, undeniable, and unbelievable. You know, so yes, we can laugh at Kanye now because Kanye is looking crazy and whatever, but he should have never abandoned what made him who he was in the first place. I mean, wasn't it him and Nas and a couple other people on the premiere beat called Classic? Let me look for that. Jesus Christ. Damn. That's how I want to remember Kanye. And mind you, that's not a Kanye beat. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure Kanye might have been on that song. I don't know. Let me actually look for it. Let me actually look.
Classic.
Oh my god.
Classic.
You hear that?
Can't buy this, super flyness, like a
for shyness. Your highness is performing. Look how long the line is. That's what happened. You make shit that's timeless. That's what happened. These rappers is the finest. What do it take to be a legend like Nas is? That's so novice. I'm so polished. I got a right to be a little bit snobbish. Bitch, I did a little bit of college.
That is how I remember Kanye. I don't remember him any other way. If you remember him any other way, it's a disservice to the man. That's how I remember Kanye, and I prefer to remember Kanye like that. The whole thing with him and Kim K and all of them other madness there, and the, you know, him getting cancelled by whatever brand deal him have and all that, like that's an extra. I'm not business with none of that. What I just heard, that's how I remember Kanye, and that's how I prefer to remember Kanye. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose myself like that. But at some point in time, it will happen. Happen to the best of we. You know? And I tell you, there's so much. There's so much I have to share. So much. You know? And I'm not go lie. I'll go lie to myself. There's a lot. Like, I need to go back to, like, again, another premiere beat. Nas is like, I remember I was 11, right? I was 11 years old, and this was back when, like, I just got, like, my mother had to do, like, this, I think she was pursuing, like, some master's degree at UE, I think. I think it was, like, University of New Orleans or something like that. I don't remember. But anyhow, like, she had got this computer, and she had needed it to do, like, all of her work and assignments or whatever. And I think, like, you know, because my cousins were essentially the people that I got my database where hip hop is concerned. Yeah, all of them come from listening to my cousin's music library. You know what I mean? So, like, he had installed, like, Winamp on the like, bro, I go way back. bro, I go back to, like, the Winamp, the AOL days, the MSN Messenger. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that old. Yeah. I remember I used to play in houses, like, almost every day. Like, I would leave school, come home, turn on a computer, go into my Winamp, look for the instrumentals that I got, or the not the instrumentals but the songs. And when I heard Nas is like, it's like This story to be continued. Trust me.